Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Let me switch the scene here. Hello, hello, hello. All right, back to it again. We need to do some more chess study. So let's move this over here. I missed doing chess tactics yesterday on chess tempo, so I lost my streak there, unfortunately, but that's okay. I did a bunch of other stuff yesterday, and it's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's see. Let me get my things going here. You're 7 seconds late. Actually, I'm 41 minutes late. I did indicate I was going to start at 10, but my event that was hosted by the chess gym to see, we had an instruction event this morning from women's grandmaster or women's international master. I can't remember. Let me see here. Does it actually say? Past. It was Women's International Master Luciana Morales. So that ran late, but it was extremely educational and very, very interesting. So I was happy to be a part of that. And that was really good. So she had a lot of interesting games that she presented by Vera Menchik, who, if you're not familiar with, it was arguably the first women's grandmaster. I don't know that she's ever been bestowed the title, but I believe that she is most certainly deserving of the title, given that she was outperforming a lot of the men of that time, which is pretty amazing, given the time period, especially when women had limited scope of being able to do certain things back then, which is atrocious, but she was most certainly a pioneer in chess for women, which is fantastic. And some of the games that Luciana had posted and went over today were awesome. So I assume that they will have some sort of playback of that particular event. Maybe they won't. I'm not quite sure if they have posted events in the past and put them back up for streaming, but okay, we're back to it. We're gonna do some more chess gym training, and let's take a look. Okay, puzzle number 1 today is for the fundamental puzzle. I don't know what these are. I haven't looked at them yet, so all right. We'll let people get started before I kind of start taking a crack at it. We'll let people kind of join and get in before we get going. We'll probably start in about 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute here. And that way I'm at like a normal time and how long I've been streaming, so I know how long I have to spend on this particular puzzle. Yesterday we went a little bit long with how long I should be looking at the puzzles. The idea is to simulate, for those of you that are just coming in, the idea for these puzzles is to simulate tournament conditions and to put yourself on the clock and force yourself to make a move after a certain period of time, which is nice. So, with that being said, I'll give it about 30 seconds and then I'm going to get started on this particular puzzle while I'm taking a look at everything else that I have streaming and going here. Okay, very good, very good. Everything is starting, which is great. So welcome everyone, welcome. I don't know if you're here on YouTube or on Chess or on Twitch, but thank you for coming. And all right, I think we'll get started. So this is the fundamental puzzle for the chess gym on 310. Yeah, it might be just a free rook. I don't quite understand how we got into this position. Maybe I don't have it correct. I don't have it correct. I missed it. So we have to fix that. So that's a bummer. Not a free rook. It's supposed to be on C8. So I actually input the position wrong in my hurrying. So let me fix that. We will clear the board. Black to play. Let me move this over here. Apologies for having that missed. I was in a hurry because I was running behind, so that's my fault. But I will get this updated and fixed. Bear with me here while I do that. Womp womp. All right, I think I have all the black pieces. Yep. And the white pieces. A few pawns over here. We have a knight here, a bishop here. We have the rook here, not on B8. Queen here and king there. I think, are we covered? Yes. And it is black to play. Let's send that to my study. We will delete, oops, nope. We will delete this fundamental, delete. And we will change this to okay. I think we got it now. All right, we're in check. I think you guys can see everything I'm working on. Yes, we are updated. All right. Apologies for that. All right, let's get started. What do we have to worry about? So we're in check. So we have to take the rook or move. Obviously, it would be ridiculous not to take the rook. We probably had a rook here, I'm guessing. I think it's just taking, but is there... I think we want to take with the knight. I think that's the idea, is try to figure out which piece to take with. So we have even material. We both have two minor pieces, and we both have queens. We are in check, so we have to deal with that, which is to take the rook back to keep even material. Now the question is, do you take with the knight or do you take with the queen, and why? Also to note, pawns are even as well, though we have 3 pawn islands versus 2. Whoa, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome, welcome. So the idea is to maybe take here and have a mate threat, but this guy is definitely preventing that. So I think we want to maybe take with the knight, but then that takes away from our defense of the king a little bit. Now we're completely covered, so there is one check here we have to be careful of. So they could capture and capture, but there's no other checks after that because our queen and our bishop cover all the squares. So I don't think we really have to worry about any of that. We do have to worry about the yes, queen takes h6 kind of maneuver. So that's the deal. That would be the key that we need to figure out, that if we take here, this is devastating. So we cannot stop mate. So we have to take with the knight. Does everybody see that? So if we took with the queen, here's what would happen. This would be bad. We would take here, and then this would happen. Ooh, that would be a huge blunder because then it's checkmate. So we can't take that way. I just want to make sure to show that. So the idea is to take here. And now that prevents that, because if queen takes here, we just win the queen. All right, I think we got that one. So let me get the chess gym position up. Let me move this back over here. And let's just confirm that's the actual solution, which I am sure it is. And we found both. Yep, there we go. So very good. I hope that you guys got that one. Very good puzzle. I like that one a lot. It's easy to miss that one if you're not being careful. So, all right, let's take a look at the medium puzzle. That one went very quickly. We are at 15 minutes of the stream, so we'll give ourselves 20 minutes for the medium puzzle. Okay, moving right along. Good morning, Strobix. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Our kings are opposing each other. Our queen's in their position. We are down in exchange. So that is something to be, that's an issue. Let's just make sure we've got this position correct. Yes. So we do have that correct. We are down in exchange. So the idea is to either get our material back or we have to try to checkmate. Potentially. So sorry, my dogs are yelling at somebody outside. So how do we, are there any threats against our king? Here's a check. So that's something to consider. But I don't really see any threats. There's this potential pin and skewer action that could happen. There's this move that could happen, but we do have escape squares. So there's a number of things that we have to worry about. Nothing too concerning because our king is relatively safe at the moment. So now the idea is their king is trapped. It can't move. Our queen has the potential to be trapped, so we have to be very mindful of that. Now, the first thing that kind of pops out at me is this check here, but it's easily taken care of by that. So that just kind of drops a piece. Now, is there anything else? No. I did confirm we got it right. Yeah, we do have the right position. I'm not missing something. Okay. Cool. So the other option, we have the queen protecting this guy. Yeah, so if we can displace the queen, potentially, we can go here with this next. So how do we displace the queen? Bishop a6 is possible. Takes, and then what? All right, let's work through this. Takes, and takes. So it's even trade of material. If the queen comes back, queen comes here. This doesn't work anymore. But then we just take the, no, we can't take the rook. Bishop a6. If queen a6, knight takes f4. Check. Ah, yes. There we go. That's probably the way. And then if rook f1, queen takes f1. So here, here. Yeah, and then we just pick that up. That, I believe, is probably the way to go. So I think we can all agree. Bishop a6, and this was one sequence. We just take. take, take, and that's checkmate. Okay. The other option was here and then here. I think that's the deal. So I think we've got, is there anything we're missing? He's forced to take. He doesn't have a choice. So yeah, I think that covers it. Let's go take a look at the medium puzzle. We didn't think of that move, but we saw that. Okay, that makes sense. We didn't see that move. So that's part of the problem. Probably could have found it after, but we should have calculated before moving, so this could have been a potential issue if that was the main resource and defensive move. But knight e3 works. Yeah. So we didn't see that next piece. Should have slowed down a little bit and looked for another resource. What else could they do if they don't take? That is a key problem that I've noticed I have is if I was defending this as white, I probably would have found that move and decided not to take. But as an attack, as I'm trying to attack, I miss some of these intermediate moves that could be potentially problematic. I'm curious to know. It's still mate in 5, but like this could be the type of move that you miss, and then it's actually the one defensive resource. Why don't they play queen f1 after rook takes e3? It doesn't. I don't think it matters. Both are fine. Either one works. They're both the same. So he's saying that you could do this too. It's just another way that it works. So okay, well, that's a decent puzzle. Missed that one, and all right, let's take a look at the hard one. So we need to slow down and try to calculate a little bit deeper. And let's just make sure that we have the right deal here. I think that all looks right. Yeah. All right, we got it correct. So I guess, yeah, I mean, if you think that's more fun, by all means, play it that way. Checkmate is checkmate at the end of the day, right? Okay, so let's take note of the position. Must have been a bishop here, and it was just traded off because we have 1, 2, 3 against 1, 2, 3, 4. So the idea is to obviously get that piece back. But do we take with the king? And do we take, or we take with the rook? And then what do we do after that? They're not necessarily checkmating puzzles. They are calculation puzzles to either gain, either gain some sort of tactical advantage or gain some sort of positional advantage. That could mean checkmate. It could just mean trying to gain whatever type of advantage. So we have to take note of the position and try to find the best moves as if you were playing a tournament game. Typically, these are critical positions that will most likely change the course of the game in a drastic fashion, whether or not it's going to be a huge advantage for one player or another. Typically, it is going to be changing it for the favor of the person that you're playing, which in this instance, it's black to move. So we have some options here, because what's going to happen after we take with either piece is the next thing that's coming is this. So the idea is we may want to delay taking and cause some other threat to get out of this. And the first move that kind of jumps out at me is this one. Getting out of the potential fork. But there's also another fork. So when this guy comes here, he's going to fork 3 pieces. That's a problem. So I think, you know, this is one way to get out of the threat. Okay. And then after they move, whichever way they move, or if they push the pawn, we have a lot to calculate here. This is a massive puzzle. So there's a lot going on. I like this move first, because if he moves the bishop, let's say to here, we just take. Okay, and then we have mate threats. So that's one thing. So if we come here, how do they get out of this? They go here. They come after this pawn. The other thing that they might do, if we go here and they go here, it's pretty easy. We just pick this knight back up and we're good. I don't think they want to move back because they want to keep this as a potential problem. Okay, so there's more issues. Okay, so if we go here, they have this, which then forks pieces. We can't take here because this then hangs. This is an extremely sharp puzzle. So we started this about 5 minutes ago. Given all the information that we have now, we will go until 45 when I've been streaming for 45 minutes. So it gives us a little under 20 minutes to try to solve. So if you guys have ideas, I would love to hear them. This is an extremely sharp and difficult puzzle that we have to work through. And there's a lot of problems. How do we best handle it? So I'm not confident that this is the best move yet either. It might be. But this is their main threat, or one of them. And if we move away from the defense of this pawn, this is another threat. And this is also another threat. So they could come here and we take, and then we get, oh, this is nasty. There's all kinds of threats. This is just ridiculous. This is not my jam. Although these are the puzzles that I struggle the most with because they're extremely complex. And very, very difficult. All right, so we need to take a look at some things. So if we go here, yeah, and after like an hour and a half of the first training session, I'm already fried. So this is like simulating round 4 in a 4-round tournament, and you've been playing chess all day and you were just tapped out. So we got to push through. That's what this is. So I like this idea, but then I feel like that's maybe not necessarily the best move, because yeah, it does fork my pieces, but we have this check. Then what can they do after that? He has to move. let's say, what's the best king move? I don't think we'd want to be on this diagonal, so I think the best king move might be here. Or here. Well, actually, you can't move there because this is a rook. So you'd have to go here. Okay, I think maybe I found a potential way through. Check. If he comes here, check. He's got to move. We do check. He takes. We take check. And he comes forward or moves sideways. And then we can bring our queen here. Oh my gosh, this is so deep. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is hard. I mean, that it's by Ramesh, so it's got to be extremely difficult. So we really got to try to push through here. Maybe we... Okay, maybe here's the deal. Maybe we have to sacrifice check. 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 And check. No. Check. Takes. Check. If they block here, we can come in with the queen. Check. The king has to move. We can pick up our piece. And we're out of any type of... this type of danger. Check. Check. King has to move. Or they can come here. If they come there, we can take here. And that renews a threat. And we can take this after whatever else happens. And we've gotten rid of our issue. But we have to pick up two pieces in this instance. So check. Now is our mate threat stronger, and can we get through with sacrificing a piece and opening lines to the king over just getting our material back? We have to get out of these scenarios. We have about 10 minutes left. What else? What other resources do they have after this? Check. The king can just move. Okay, let's pretend the king just moves. Yeah, if the king just moves, now we're in trouble, because now we have a piece hanging, which makes things even worse. Because the king, this pawn doesn't have to take, and the king could also move here, and it could also, well, it can't move there. Well, it could move there. This knight is still protecting this square, so we wouldn't have this. So I don't know if that's the best way to go. All right, so let's pretend, so it takes. Now what's the follow-up? Don't know. Not sure. I don't see a way to progress after king f1. We're just going to drop a piece, I guess. It doesn't make sense. So I think that's the defensive move for knight takes. King f1 and then rook here, and we're out of the threats. Maybe. Renewing a threat of checkmate. Takes. Jeez. This might be the way to go. All right, so let's see if we can figure this out. So check. Renew. We're not renewing anything, but if he takes now, we can just take with the queen. That's check, and that's kind of not good. So he moves, check. We move here. If they move here, check. Or while they're attacking our queen, we can come here threatening checkmate. The knight is protecting here. If they take, we take. And this knight might have some sort of deal, but we have some more potential threats because the queen can then come in and we will be attacking this pawn. The rook can come in too. And then we also still can pick this bishop up. Here, here, here. If he takes here, we also have this nice saving moves. Then we take here and that bishop is still under attack. I think this might be the way to go. I'm really attached to this move. I think this might be the best way to go. I'm not certain, but I think any other move order, like if we don't put them in check and force something to happen right away. Then we have this move, check, 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 and the king has to move. Wherever it moves, we can then pick this back up, and we still have this kind of nasty threat. And this one is still under attack. And we've gotten out of our mess. But what to do after that? We've got about 5 minutes to come up with a move. I think if we do not start with check, like if we come here, we have too many of these things that can force us to make different decisions. So I think starting with this is the best way, and maybe that's wrong, but I feel there's just too many threats, like this or this, if we move this right away. I feel like we have to check the forcing moves first. And my brain is tapped. Check. If he takes, check. Probably will move forward. So the queen can't take here, right? So, check, takes, check, moves forward, and now what? Then here to renew this threat of coming in. All right, that's one way to go. Check here, check, or anyways, and then takes. What if they move the other knight here? Well, then we can't go there. my gosh. Yeah, we're kind of running out of time here. I think we got a lot of it, but I mean, we could be thinking about this the wrong way altogether. That's the most forcing move. That's also a forcing move, but I don't think it does anything. You just take for free. You're just giving up pieces, so that doesn't work. You have to blow open the king if you're going to do anything. Taking here, we've already recognized is no good. Moving here, we've recognized kind of fails to this. And maybe that is the move here. Check, check. And then that forks these two pieces. Okay. But then check. He moves. Ooh, maybe this is the right way. Here, check, check. Boom. He's got to move here or here. No matter where he goes. Let's say he moves here. Queen takes. Ooh. I like that. What are we missing here? Here. Check. And yeah, we're okay. What else? Here, here. Still check. And then coming in after. Okay, now I think I've switched my mind. I think I like this move better than the forcing move. Queen h3 if they take the rook and it's mate, perhaps. You might be right. I don't know. All right, so we're kind of running out of time. I got about 1 minute, so I'm gonna make this move with the idea of coming in here after. So if they come here, check, and then what? They can't come here with this idea next, and that's checkmate. Okay. What other options do they have? They have this move, but we still do that. And if they go here, it's checkmate. If they go here, it's checkmate to follow very quickly. Yeah. Okay, so that's all fine. I think that works. What about here? We still do check. I think this is the way to go. I think, what else do they have? Are we missing anything else? I think if we're there, we just take our piece back then. And we're out of the threats. What if they go here? I think we still just take our piece back and we're out of the threats. Because if he comes here next, we can defend our bishop. Yeah, I think g4. Okay. What if g4? Takes, takes, takes. No matter what he does, it's checkmate. So we actually want them to play g4. I think we're covered. I'm going to play rook g3. That's my move. All right. And we made it to 45. We made it with 15 seconds left. Let's see how well we did. GM Ramesh will go over this next Sunday as part of his training session. Remember to update the habit tracker. Oh, we don't even get to know what it is. I didn't see that. We didn't even get to know what it is. Oh no. What? I need to know. What if I can't make that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that might be the way to go. I'm kind of curious. Do I not look at it? I will update my habit tracker though, because we did all of our stuff. I feel pretty good about that. I'm kind of bummed that he's going to go, that we have to wait a week for the answer. I mean, we don't. We can go we can go do it. But okay. Now I'm curious. Do we go through and check what the answer is, or do we wait to see what it is from Ramesh? Now, if we go to here and we look at the event is next Sunday, March 17th, 10 to 11. Well, March 17th is St. Paddy's Day. I'm Irish, and I am going out with friends and hanging out with a good friend of mine who has a birthday. So I will most certainly not be at this. So I'm making the wonderful executive decision to turn on... Well, if I turn on the engine, the stream is going to get upset. So... Oh, man. Okay. Let's turn it on and see what it is. Rook to g6, it says. Rook to g6, and what's the best move? Knight to g3. We found all the things. I talked about knight to g3. If they do any of these other things, mate in 3, we caught that. If they do this, knight takes h3, we saw that. If they go here, rook takes, we just pick up the knight or the bishop and our piece is back. I feel like we caught everything. I can confidently say I believe we got this one correct. Now, there might be some other lines here that I don't think we saw, but I think we've seen everything. So I think the trick here is to work to dismiss. I mean, we gave this a full effort. I think the idea here is to really work to dismiss knight takes h3 check as the move that you shouldn't play, because it's very, as you saw, it was very tempting to hang on to that particular move, and it's really easy to stick with it. And we were able to work through that wasn't maybe the best and come to the conclusion that rook g3 was the best, waiting for them to make a move. Because if you look at the board right now, white's pieces are perfectly positioned and doesn't want to move them. All of the threats are there. So, but moving any of them causes pain, right? So we played here, and if they do anything, we always have that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. Very good. Well done, everybody. I hope that you guys got that one, and which is really great. Okay, 15 minutes left for that. Okay, let's go to full screen. I've turned that off. Let's go to my training. I missed this, or actually no, I did some of these, didn't I? Hang on, let me see. I believe we did. Oh, I didn't miss my, okay. Well, we're gonna go do some of those. All right, let's mark that off. We've done our chess gym. I've taken a look at my ICCF games. We will do some, I'll leave it up to you guys. Would you guys like to look at some chess tempo stuff, or would you guys like to work through some of my Chessable course? It's not my course, but Chessable in general. I'll leave it up to you guys. So we have Chessable stuff to do, and we have chess tempo. I'll let you guys choose what you guys would like to do moving forward. It was very interesting according to the engine. It's completely draw with good play from the start. Yes. Actually, we can mark that off because we did some yesterday. Now I'm curious, how much did we do? We worked on some... Oh no, I just did one. I did one. I must have did one just to hold my streak. I thought we did some, but I guess not. So what are we working on? Are we going to do some chess tempo tactics, or are we going to work through some things on Chessable? Chessable could be anything from tactics to positional ideas. So what do you guys think? Liberated Toaster, do you have any ideas? Would you like to do chess tempo tactics, or would you like to do some of the chessable courses I'm working through? No preference. Okay. Let's work through doing some... Let's do chess tempo. And we're going to take our time with these. No time limit. We're going to sit here and try to make sure we have the exact move order and work out every single thing that we've done. So we will work on tactics today, and I've strengthened my brain. We've done a lot of calculation work today, so let's keep kind of banging away and working on that stamina for sure. Okay, we've got two rooks against two rooks and a bishop against two bishops and a rook, so we're down a exchange. And we need to either gain the exchange back or gain a piece. So the queen, white's queen is kind of in our space. We can, no, we can't go here. Bishop h6 doesn't work because that would be checkmate in 2. Actually, there's a lot of mate threats. So if we don't take the bishop, there are threats because he can take and we take, and then the queen's coming in and will checkmate us on h8. So we have to be energetic here. How best to do that? It's a good question. Not quite sure. So the threat is we are going to be checkmated in 3 moves. So if we just make some random move, they're going to play bishop takes g7, king takes g7, queen to f6 check, king to h7, and then queen to h8 or rook to h8 checkmate. So that's the threat. We have to get ourselves out of that the best we can. That is the question. How do we get out of that? Now, if we take their bishop, we have similar patterns anyways. Okay, I think this is a defensive puzzle. I think the idea here is queen to c3 with the ability to pick up this pawn, but also, so we're going to attack the rook. The rook has to move. And depending on what they do is what we have to figure out next. Because then if they move off of the e file, we can just pick up this pawn and we are pretty safe. Because if they take our bishop, we can just take back the queen. If they take with the queen, we can just take the bishop, take the queen back with the bishop, and we've picked up the pawn. And I think we're okay. Now, what can they do? What's their best defensive try? Um, let's see. Not quite sure. I think what would be the issue? So if they play rook to e3, we can play rook to c1 check. They can move. Huh. But after rook c3 or queen c3, rook e3, there is this move. Check. Queen can take. Okay. Nope, we're wrong. Okay, how do you get out? Oh, that way. Do you guys see the issue? I missed this. I saw this, but I thought checkmate was like inevitable, right? But the idea is the next move, queen b4 forks. So if he comes here, we just get this piece. Okay, all right, we missed that. We missed all these other pieces too, but that gets our exchange back then. Okay, all right, let's take a look at the next one. So what was the move before? They took our knight. Check. I think the idea is that you don't want to take this. I think we just take here and gain 2 rooks. Yeah. So I think the idea, this is obviously a mating puzzle, but I think the idea is to not take the knight, but maybe we have to. I think we need to move our bishop, but where do we move the bishop? I think we have 2 ways to go. If we go here, king can move here, that's checkmate. If it moves here, it's also checkmate. I think that's the way to go. Yeah. There we go. Next one. Okay. Oh, this is a really good one. Okay. Okay, this is hard. I think taking the knight is the first move. Bishop takes d7. And what to do after that, because then the rook has to take if it wants to take it back. Yeah. Otherwise, we just win a piece. And then what do we do after that move, though? Yeah, I think bishop takes. Nope. All right. Knight to c6. I saw that move, but do it that way. Yeah, I'm definitely tired. I can feel it. I'm not as sharp. Okay. I think we threaten checkmate or win the rook, right? Queen to d, or sorry, queen to f6. Threaten checkmate. Otherwise, we win the rook. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we have to worry about checkmate. So we have to solve that, which is here. And I think we just pick up the queen, right? Yeah. All right, now we're getting into a little bit of a flow here. Amelia, you can work on some reading now. Math is done. $353. Oh, that's awesome. Good job. Way to go. Yeah, of course. This is a tricky one. I think we start by taking the knight. And then after they take, moving queen to f2. Or, sorry, f7. Oh, but they can just play rook to g7, and that kind of covers that. Oh, we could. Oh, maybe. No, that doesn't seem to work either, does it? So if we play e5, knight takes knight, queen takes... Yeah. e5, I believe, is the move. No? Why doesn't that work? Okay, I want to know exactly why that doesn't... Why doesn't e5 work? What is it about e5? So, nope, back one. e5. If he takes... What am I missing? What's the resource? Knight takes b3, yeah. Queen takes b6, check. King takes, rook takes. King wherever, and then... Okay, that seems to work for me. And we're not up a piece, but... We're not up a piece. Oh, we're up a piece here, though. Ah, because if he takes... Okay, yeah. I thought about taking that too, but I didn't see all of it. I'm really tired. After all this calculation work, I'm definitely feeling it. That's okay though. We got to keep pushing through, right? All right. Even material, even pawn structure. What is the deal? I feel like the idea is to play some sort of B5 type of move for forking pieces. But, I mean, they're able to get out of it. So he can just take. So that doesn't really seem to work. If we try to prepare it, that also doesn't seem to work. Like with rook to a8, with a6, it's really slow. The other idea is he wants to bring in knight to d6, and that outpost is just absolutely glorious. Yeah, I don't see the theme here. Yeah, they're going to play knight to d6, and that's just not awesome. How do we get out of that? It's a move order thing. I think I found it. I think it's b5, queen takes b5, and then rook to b8. And the queen doesn't have any squares. It has to move away from defense of the knight. I think. All right, so b5, queen takes b5, knight to b5, or rook to b8, queen to a6. It still has defense of the knight, so I don't think that works either. All right, so what about queen b8, or queen a6, rook b8, queen a6, knight to b4. And the queen has to move away from defense of the knight. Yes, I think that's it. Cool. We got that one. Woohoo! I think this is just picking up the rook and then picking up the queen after check. I don't see anything else. Yeah, we're just going to take here and then take here. Okay. I think that's just taking the rook or the knight, the bishop. So rook takes d8, king takes d8, queen to h8. Yeah, there's no checks, so I think we're safe to take that and then do this. And we'll just, oh, shoot, that can go back. Damn it. Yeah, bishop and then takes. I was going to do that, and then I was like, oh, that's just taking the free knight, but I was moving too fast. I have to slow down. As part of getting tired is... Yeah, I've kind of reached a limit, I think. I think it's either rook takes f7 or queen takes f7. I think it's rook takes f7. Yeah. Okay. We've done 11 puzzles so far. Let's keep going. Okay, black to move. Oh, this is just take the bishop. I think we could just take the pawn. Rook takes c4, knight takes c4, and then play d2. Nope. What did I miss? Okay. We'll do 2 more. I get to 15. I think we just attack the queen, right? And take the knight. That was just a blunder. What is this one about? I think bishop to c4 looks pretty good. Nope. Ah. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Yeah, I lost a lot of points today. I'm usually not commentating when I do my chess puzzles, so yeah, that's okay. We're still around 1500, so it didn't drop too much, but I would have liked to have seen that gone up, but I'm moving really quickly because I'm actually really tired. Yeah, performance was 1450 today, which is tough. That's all right. I think I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you for watching, everybody. Got through most of our stuff today. We can actually mark that off on the sheet. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in another live stream, and we'll see how things are going. So thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. If you do want to connect with me, please reach out to me on all those socials. If you go to my link tree, High Ground Chess, you should be able to find me. Actually, I haven't done it yet, but let's go to Google and see. Whoops. Let's go see. Okay, so if you Google High Ground Chess, all this stuff comes up. So it looks like everything is kind of switched over, and I'm now Googleable. Maybe. I mean, it's my cache, so I don't know how it would be for you guys, but it should come up. I don't think there's any other High Ground Chess out there, so very good. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you guys in another live stream, and see you guys in the videos. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.